All right, question number 9. Find the roots of the quadratic equation. We've got x squared minus 5x minus 24 equals 0. Okay, when we're trying to find the roots, this means we're trying to find the solutions or the zeros to the quadratic equation. That's where your parabola or the graph of your quadratic is going to cross the x-axis. So to start, we want to make sure that our equation is written in standard form, and this one is, remembered standard form is your ax squared plus bx equals c. That would look like this. And it's all set equal to 0, and that's exactly how my equation is set up. So my second step is to go ahead and factor my equation. So I'm going to do my little factor x, my x factor over here on the side, and I am trying to get two numbers that multiply to give me negative 24 that are going to add to give me negative 5. So since I'm multiplying to give me a negative, I know that one of these needs to be a positive and one of these needs to be a negative. And when I think about 24, if we kind of list out my factors, I've got 1 in 24, or 1 could be negative as such because it's supposed to be negative 24. And clearly those aren't going to add to give me negative 5. They're too far apart, okay? So those don't work. I know that 24 is also could be broken down into 2 and 12. So I could have negative 2 plus 12. That gives me a positive 10. That's not going to work. I could have 2 and negative 12, but that's going to give me a negative 10. So that's still not going to work. 24 can also be broken down by 3 and 8. If I made the 3 negative, negative 3 plus 8 is going to give me positive 5. But if I'm able to flip-flop those, 3 minus 8 gives me negative 5, and that's exactly what we want to add to. So positive 3 and negative 8 are going to be my two factors. So x plus 3 and x minus 8. Now that we have our two factors, we're going to go ahead and use that zero product property rule, and we're going to list out our two binomials and set each of them equal to 0. You need to solve both for x. So I've got x plus 3. We do the inverse operation by subtracting 3 from both sides. So x is going to equal negative 3. Here I had a negative 8, so I need to move it to the other side by adding 8. So x is going to equal positive 8. So there's my two answers. When you are writing your answer in the OHS, you want to put x equals and then just list your two answers next to each other. Don't use any spaces. That way you'll get credit for the correct answer.